this is a really complex topic and I could talk about it for days. It may have to become a series. But at a baseline, society hinders setting good boundaries because of paternalism at a broad stroke. Paternalism in this has to do with the fact that people assume that they know better than another group of people how these people should live their lives. When we look at this paternalism, it is baked into our society. Now, every society is going to have preferences for certain arbitrary attributes. There's going to be trends of what is considered beautiful or attractive or good, and it changes over time, right? But it's not just this preference for certain attributes that causes this. It's a moralization of those arbitrary attributes. So, for example, the assumption of thinness or whiteness or wealth being automatically associated with being a better person. There's a thing called the halo effect that assumes that people who have these arbitrary traits that are desired by society are inherently more moral. It also, on the flip side, assumes that people who lack those traits or have undesirable traits are less moral. It assumes that they are somehow morally bankrupt, and we see this all the time in marginalized communities, of which I am many. We are assumed to be morally bankrupt, that we need other people telling us how we should live because the attributes we have are undesirable. That if you are chronically ill, you are constantly told how you could be doing this better, as if you were not doing everything you can to take care of yourself. If you are fat, you are constantly told how to lose weight and try to become more attractive, as if we aren't already doing everything we can. If you are poor, you are constantly given contradictory advice on how to get out of poverty, as if you're not already doing everything you can. There is a paternalistic assumption that people in disadvantaged states are there by choice, that they're somehow lacking in some sort of moral baseline, and because of that, there is a justification of people who have these attributes stepping in to help the poor unfortunates. And it's not just a mean thing, it's also done and perpetuated through things like charity, the nonprofit industrial complex, and perceptions of giving to the poor unfortunates. It dehumanizes people. It takes their choice, their agency, and their consent away from them. It allows churches and other entities to coercively force people to go to things like religious ceremonies in order to receive basic things like clothes or food or care. It coerces people and forces them to take charity and calls them ungrateful if they do not actually want or need the thing that is being given. There is no choice there. It puts people who are in these marginalized places in a catch-22, creating a personal responsibility for things that are systemically oppressing them. And it's very toxic.